Hello class, welcome to the course. I'm Sean and I'm going to be your facilitator. I want to start class with an acknowledgement of gratitude to be living in such a beautiful place that is BC, Vancouver, the Fraser Valley. It's a really special place in the world, and I've been fortunate enough to travel to see a lot of places. So I wanted to recognize that we do live on this beautiful land, and that long before any of us were here, these were the lands of the Stolo peoples, if you're in the Fraser Valley, or the Coast Salish peoples, for those of us in Vancouver. I appreciate the opportunity really to live and work in these places and on these lands, and I'm certain most of you are as well. You may have noticed that I use the term facilitator rather than instructor or teacher or prof. And I like this term better because it indicates your role, the student's role as being a self-directed learner, which as you leave high school and enter university is definitely a crucial skill. And my role as a curator of information and support. So I recognize that this being a self-directed learner can be a little bit of a challenge for those students that haven't adapted that skill yet, and that's okay. I want to do what I can to post resources for those of you that might struggle with that, and also where I can offer advice on how to get around that. So probably my first bit of advice for this course and most courses would be, if you can, find a study buddy or a small study group that you meet with regularly. Obviously, this can be done virtually or in person if logistics allow you to do that. But I would definitely encourage setting a regular day and time to go through course material. And it definitely makes it a bit more fun to work through with another peer of yours. But it also helps you retain a lot of the information and hold some accountability to go through all of the activities and course materials that you need to. To help everyone kind of get started and hopefully get onto the same starting place, please find your Welcome Week checklist. It has a to-do list of activities that do need to get done to help set you up for success in this course, as well as becoming familiar with the Blackboard Learning platform if you're not already familiar with that. So there's good directions and resources listed there for you to go through. One of the most important things to go through is your course syllabus and policies. Now, I'll have some supporting mini lecture videos that cover some of it. The whole thing does need to get covered. It's a great resource to find out what our initial schedule and timetable is for this course, how you'll be graded, so what are the assignments and where are your marks coming from, as well as policies on how this class will be ran logistically. So definitely check in on that, become familiar with it. Any changes that are going to be made to those, and I always hold the right or reserve the right to make adaptations to anything written, they'll always be communicated to you. So they'll show up in the announcements section, or they'll be emailed to you to your student emails that you have listed with UFV. So if you haven't already, please ensure that you get emails from UFE and from Blackboard Learning in this course in particular. Because if there's any changes made to the schedule or assignments or due dates, anything along those lines, you're going to find out through those areas. Again, if you're unfamiliar with Blackboard Learning, or you just want to get a general feel for where to find content in this particular course, there will be a video demonstrating a little bit of like a course walkthrough or a Blackboard Learning walkthrough. So I highly suggest going, checking that out, and just getting an idea of where to find all the materials that you'll need for this course. It'll be very good to pair that with the Welcome Week checklist. Both will give you a good idea of where you need to be checking week to week for all your materials. Most of that information should all be found in the Welcome folder in the course content section. And again, you should have a little window kind of indicate where to find that stuff. Aside from all that, if you have any questions throughout the course, feel free to ask. But I want to encourage you to first check your resources. So again, the course syllabus is going to be a really good place to start. If you don't think it's going to be found there, check online postings such as assignment guidelines for details, as well as the discussion area. That's going to become a very important place for all of your information gathering and question asking. And again, if it's not there, then obviously you can email me. My email can be found in the course syllabus. So again, once you've checked all those resources, then ideally you'll post your question in the questions forum in the discussion section. And the reason for that is, one, your peers actually might know the answer and get back to you sooner than I will. It's just kind of the nature of online work and the freedom that you have to do the work when you feel. So there's that avenue. Plus, some of your peers, one, might have already asked a question, or two, have the same question as you. So again, it's a really good resource for all of you to be able to go through all that material there. And just before I move on from that point, there are sections or threads under that questions forum that will pertain to your exams and quizzes, your assignments. There will be a different one for course content. There's technical difficulties. All of this is going to be there. So again, please ask there first. And then if it's a bit more of a personal or individualized case that your question pertains to, then give me an email and I'll do my best to answer within 1 to 2 days, depending on what the question is and what my workload is like. Last but not least, if you have a question that relates to a topic. So for example, you come across some content that you're just really struggling with. It happens, you can read a paragraph over and over. You can see the diagrams, the videos. If you're really struggling with something, or again, you just really want to meet face to face, so to speak, there are video-based office hours available to you. So email me and we'll set that up. If you can let me know what your question or general topic that you want to cover is about, there's a small chance that I might make a tutorial out of it and open up a Zoom call where if other students in the course are available, they can come meet up and chat with us. So I can make it a little bit of a workshop. That way, just giving everyone equal access to the same information. I think it's fair, and it really helps everyone learn. Again, you have this question, someone else might not be quite bold enough to ask it, but might need the same answers or questions answered that you're asking. So I try to help everyone out that way. So if you email me for that, again, please include that information. And that's a great start for you. You're going to find more information on the course syllabus video posts, as well as your walkthrough information. So please check those out. Please go through them. There are some really important things to get done during this first week. So yes, go through the list, and that way any questions that arise can get settled now, so that in the subsequent weeks when you have marks up for grabs, you don't miss out, and all the logistics are kind of taken care of this week. Okay. So looking forward to exploring all this course's content with all of you, getting to know you a bit better as students, and facilitating hopefully a great learning environment for everyone.